Good morning at 9:33. It's time to go to Ask the Lawyer with Bruce L. Scheiner. This every Wednesday for now 10 years has been a wonderful addition to our program. We learned so much about the law by you asking questions and our answers coming from the very experienced Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Let's see if your question gets an answer today. Would you please help me welcome Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, good morning, Todd. How you doing this morning?
Excellent. How about you?
Doing very well, thank you.
I never expect anything less from you. You're always so upbeat and positive.
That's the only way to be.
Well, we really need you to call on your 50 years of experience in the law business because this is a really complicated case that we have here for you today.
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to read it to you as is. It's a little on the lengthy side. It's certainly confusing to a layperson like me, but I know you'll be able to bring some clarity to the situation. Here's how the email reads. My daughter and our 4-year-old granddaughter were visiting from Philadelphia. They were staying in a timeshare owned by a friend. They have a fenced pool, but the gate was broken, and my granddaughter wandered into the pool while being watched by a neighbor. My daughter was unloading stuff from her car when she heard a girl scream, and she ran to see her daughter floating in the pool. Luckily, she knew CPR and was able to resuscitate her, and she was taken to the hospital by ambulance. The doctors think she may have some brain damage from being unconscious for over 4 minutes. We're going to have significant medical bills and probably a long rehabilitation. The timeshare owner had us contact the management company, and they claimed they had paid a pool company to fix the fence, so they're not responsible. They also claim we shouldn't have been at the timeshare because my daughter is not an owner. We are so confused. Can your lawyer friend help us figure out how to proceed? Wow, am I confused by the many angles involved in this very tragic situation? Bruce, what do you think about it?
Well, first of all, and foremost, thankfully, the mom knew CPR so they could rescue the daughter, and she's alive. Unfortunately, she may have some long-lasting results.
Right.
One thing we should note is that child drowning is the number one cause of death for children in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to do everything we can to prevent that.
Certainly.
And that's why every municipality, every county in Florida have rules and regulations that provide that any swimming pool must be fenced so that we prevent horrible situations like this.
Right.
So if we look at the top, the owner of the unit is liable. The management company is liable. And they can't shirk their responsibilities by saying that they asked the fence company to fix the problem.
Right.
The fence company may also be liable, but we don't know all the particulars about that.
Right.
But at least the management company and the owner of the unit is responsible because they're violating municipal codes or laws that make it mandatory to have a locked or closed gate around the swimming pool,
right,
which would absolutely prevent situations like this.
What about the claim that they shouldn't have been there in the first place because the daughter is not an owner? That doesn't seem to make sense to me.
No, it doesn't make sense to me. That sounds like a bogus excuse.
Because if a child from anywhere, owner or otherwise, wanders onto the property and gets into this situation, you're responsible, aren't you?
Yep, that's the reason they have a requirement for locked gates around the swimming pool.
Right. Well, it's very complicated, and it sounds like one of those things that when it comes time for a judgment, they may assign a certain percentage here, a certain percentage there. Would that be the way it might work?
Yes, that's certainly the way it might work, and thankfully there's a recovery in sight for the injured little girl.
And it sounds like the medical bills moving forward may be extensive, maybe even lifelong, so it is super important to get a legal professional on this right away, because I'm sure the medical bills are already pouring in, and you need to take care of that little girl and make sure she has her needs taken care of. You don't need to be opening envelopes and trying to pay bills.
Yeah, and like any serious accident case, it's very important to hire a experienced personal injury lawyer as soon as possible so they can get their investigator out.
Yes.
And start, getting witness statements,
right,
photographs, anything that's going to help.
Yeah. And that gate that's been broken, watch how quickly it suddenly gets fixed now. So you do want an investigator out there taking photos and stuff, don't you?
As soon as possible.
All right, Bruce. Well, you've shed some light on this and also provided some hope, which I'm very happy we were able to do for this family, this little girl in particular. Thank you for your time and your wisdom, as always.
It's my pleasure, Ty. I look forward to speaking to you next Wednesday.
Absolutely. Have a good week and say hi to the family.
Thank you.
Take care now. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. And I feel so much better for this little girl and this family knowing that there is most likely a recovery possible. Now, if you would like to submit a question for future consideration, it's actually quite easy to do. Go to our website and put Bruce in the keyword search box. You'll go to the right place to enter your information, which we keep anonymous, obviously. And if you have an immediate problem like this, for example, don't go that route. Instead, call the Port Charlotte office of Associates and Bruce L. Scheiner at 941-743-7777. 743-7777. And tell them that Todd sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.